When I was growing up, my dad and I never got along. I don't blame him, or at least not anymore. We were just different. He was loud, stubborn, and masculine to a fault, like Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire, but he wouldn't get that reference. Dad wasn't big on books or theater, not like me. I buried my face in books as often as I could, mostly to hide my face. Unlike Dad, I wasn't very masculine. In fact, I'd often get mistaken for a girl, usually by senior citizens with vision problems. But it still really hurt, and I knew it bothered Dad. We never discussed it, but his actions spoke volumes. The way he'd force me to stop watching figure skating and help him unclog the toilet. Or the time he wanted to shave my head so I'd look more like a boy. Oh, I remember screaming, "Not the curls!" Ugh. And then came the tears, the furthest thing from anything masculine. I could imagine my dad thinking.
Even your sisters don't cry like this.
But he simply dropped the clippers and left me alone with my tears. My hair eventually fell out anyway, another side effect of my leukemia treatments. My sickness also separated Dad and me. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was always there for spinal taps and hospital stays, surgeries, but it was incredibly hard for him. I mean, how could it not be? I can't imagine being a parent watching your child go through any catastrophic illness. It's hard enough to be on the other side of that equation, a kid watching your parent's face as you sink as you lay there struggling to breathe. And they try. I mean, they try so hard to conceal the tears in their eyes and the fear in their voices, but it just becomes too much. I know it wasn't my fault that in sickness or even in health I couldn't be the son my dad had hoped for, but I kept trying. When I was 12, I forced myself to play baseball, which sent Dad over the moon. He bought me a bat and a fancy glove, and I stepped up to the plate ready to become Dad's MVP. There was just one problem. I couldn't hit the fucking ball. Or play the field. I'd miss easy pop-ups, and I couldn't throw for shit, earning the title.
Daryl Suckberry.
Okay. I did hit the ball once, and I was so excited to finally circle the bases, and then my athletic supporter snapped off and fell out of my pants, landing right on second base. Everyone laughed. I never played again. In my teens and 20s, a new wall separated Dad and me, the one built around my closet. I was terribly insecure about being gay, and things like Don't Ask, Don't Tell and rampant gay bashings really didn't help. Dad, being a devout Irish Catholic, would often say,
"Gay people disgust me."
So the thought of coming out to him terrified me. So I kept a very safe distance. Then Dad nearly died. It was a freak accident. He choked on a piece of steak, tore his esophagus, and then slipped into a coma. Though we'd been distant, I couldn't imagine life without him. Dad spent 6 months in the hospital, and I was there almost every day because I wanted to be. It killed me to see him in so much pain, but I appreciated our time together. For once, Dad didn't feel the need to act tough and would vent about feeling angry or even afraid. He was finally letting me in, and I wanted to do the same. I just wasn't ready. When Dad got better, we took a ride to Long Island to see my sister and her kids. Halfway home on the LIE, Dad took an emotional detour.
You know, my granddaughter sure is something.
Yeah, can't get enough of her.
Do you want kids?
I think so.
But how's that going to work?
What do you mean?
Well, what are you going to adopt or something?
No, I plan to have kids the biological way.
Because you're not going to get married or anything, right?
Who knows? Maybe someday. Dad, are you going somewhere with this?
No.
He started sweating bullets.
I was just curious.
More bullets.
Because you're gay.
And there it was. An open acknowledgement of who I was. The moment I had been waiting, longing for. So, you know about my little secret.
I've known for a while. You told me.
When?
We talked about it when I was in the hospital. You said, Dad, I'm gay. And I said, okay.
That never happened. You were so drugged, I probably said, how are you today? And you said, okay.
Oh,
But are you really okay with it?
yes, Mark. And it doesn't change anything.
But he was wrong. Our conversation had changed everything for the absolute better.